It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 11. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
First down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaw Breeland. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
At the 35-yard
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And that'll be incomplete. Mahomes took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
The score, Chiefs 7, Panthers 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
For the point after.
Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you Do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes shakes off the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Up 3rd down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special team.
It's caught inside the 25.
Yeah, baby.
Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got 3.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hey, check Mike 21.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Helaire, the ball carrier.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, check Mike 21.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes looking downfield and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire about 3 yards there to the 27.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
From the 27, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 4th down, the Panthers call on their undrafted rookie from South Carolina, Joseph Charlton, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Kaepernick now on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. McCaffrey. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
For Carolina.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 38.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the first down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
8-yard pickup and a Panther first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey, and he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Panther 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set them up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So first and goal, 6 point, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Colin Kaepernick taking it in. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
For the point after.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, but it's going to be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeremy Chin in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Going deep here for Watkins. And no, it's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On first down, Kaepernick. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Christian McCaffrey.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Panther first down.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.